When you went full time in 2020, like at the beginning, you're still working full time. By the way, your full time job at the beginning of Ticket Time Machine, was that still the ticket printing?
No, I was in anti-money laundering solutions. I worked for LexisNexis Risk Solutions, selling anti-money laundering solutions. Funny story about that. If you listen to the news about Brittany Griner, the person that they want to trade Brittany Griner for, his name is Victor Boot. Terrible, terrible person. When we used to show demos, I would show Victor Boot's profile on my in my demo. He's It's crazy how they're even thinking about doing it. But on the other hand, I'm like, you know what? Let him go, get him out of here, and let's just find a way and get her home. And the other, I hate to say the other guy because he should get attention too. But there's another guy they're looking to trade. So that's what I was doing. I was selling anti-money laundering solutions. I was doing well at first, and then the company changed the compensation around, and
Mm.
and and then it went downhill from there. And I was looking for a way out anyway, but it's hard to leave a paycheck. And then as I'm doing this, I'm thinking I need to go all in on this because there's no way I'm going to be able to move this thing forward.
So you saw that as an opportunity or even like a launching pad for you to take your gig full time at that point.
I thought I had no option, truthfully, with regards to bringing Ticket Time Machine to where I need to be, because I could have worked and then you would have done, it would have gradually. So I gave my notice. I said 3 months. In 3 months, April 1 of 2020, I was getting married in February of 2020. And then I don't have to tell everyone what happened in March of 2020. But the world
Mm.
shut down. It actually became a very good thing for me because the world shut down. There was nothing for me to sell. It was just about build the brand, build the network, talk to people, and it was great for me in that respect. So the timing was perfect, and I do it again too. But it's hard to leave a good paycheck. I mean, even when you're just going from one good paycheck to a smaller one, people
Yeah.
don't want to leave. They don't want to leave because they're getting paid well. They don't want to leave because they have great health care. They don't want to leave because they have a lot of vacation. So it's hard to leave all of that stuff. But ultimately, it was the right decision for me, and it still is. And I'm still struggling financially. I bootstrap this. I'm 100% self-funded with zero debt, and I own
Yeah.
100% of the company, which is very, very good,
Yeah.
and feel very good about that. But I don't have money. Haven't had money consistently coming in for 2 years.
Yep. And you're building and you're doing your own thing. And it's a rare case of you're completely working for yourself. A lot of entrepreneurs out there and solopreneurs, they're not full time in what they do. And you know what? That's okay. Like, do your thing. You still got that job. You still got the steady income. You still have the certainty and the benefits, like what you just said. But it's something to move full time into something and even lower your own quality of life for a time in order to see the vision through. Like, and I can imagine that, as you're growing, you have this vision for what you want this to turn into. Like, has that vision changed since the beginning? Like, what's the vision where when you have a month where you didn't bring much income in and you're like, oh my God, like that job, that steady paycheck would be nice right now. Like, is there a vision or something you tell yourself that pulls you through the difficult times?
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be where I need it to be, where I want it to be. The vision is that everyone's going to be using Ticket Time Machine stuff. We're going to think about the commemorative ticket as it's a Ticket Time Machine ticket. And there's hundreds of thousands of events in this world. And so, you know, in order to get where we need to go, we don't even need to hit such a huge piece of that. We just need to start getting some yeses and people understand. And you're talking about coming out of the pandemic and events starting to happen more, and there's some economic reasons. People aren't spending additional money, and the teams are cutting their budgets back, and so there's a lot of things that are going against it. The digital ticketing, like we love going to digital ticketing because that means that we can offer the printed, but we're
Mhm.
sort of in that space where it's ingrained, it's happening. The train is There's no stopping the train, but there are people still have in their mind like digital, digital, digital. So if we do something printed, somehow that affects their ability to go digital. It doesn't. It's
Yep.
just 9 out of 10 jobs we do are commemorative or souvenir in nature. That they don't. access, grant access to admission or anything like that. So, but yeah, it's, that's the vision. We want to be the company that people go to when they need something, commemorative.
It's only a matter of time, dude. It's only a matter of time before your tickets are at every venue for every show, every event. Like, I
That's,
just think if I was on Ticketmaster buying tickets, and most people, do the digital, they just show their phone or whatever to get in. But if I'm given the option for a band or a show or an artist that I'm invested in, like we're going to Post Malone in a month and a half. Like if I was given the option to pay an extra $15 to have one of the tickets that you create, like they're holographic, they're beautiful, they've got the picture on them, I would totally pay $15 to $20, maybe even more, in order
I
to.
wouldn't even charge. To be honest with you, I wouldn't even charge that. I think, you want something that I want it to be a win-win-win-win. So it's a win for me. It's a win for the event organizer. It's a win for sponsors and partners who can be on our stuff, and it's a win for the fans. And if it's not a win for everyone, or at least 3 wins, it's not worth doing. And a lot of times they're just thinking, all right, it's a win for us, and yeah, maybe it's a win for our sponsors, but they don't necessarily care about the fan. But I agree. The Ticketmaster had that option, and they still might. I don't know. I haven't bought on Ticketmaster in a while, but you can click, and they'll send you a printed ticket. By the way, cost them a penny.